Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we are so blessed to have Ramadan in our lives. Ramadan, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willed for it to be, is a month of revival and restructuring of your life, where, as we said in previous episodes, you get a chance to restructure and rebuild your physical ability, your body, rebuild your spirituality, your iman, your closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and develop and rebuild your ability, your willpower and your mind power to be productive and successful in dunya and in akhirah, inshaAllah. Today's episode is focused on a very, very special gift in Ramadan that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us, and we can't thank Him enough for it, which is Laylat Alqadr, the night of the status. Al-Qadr means the status. Well, there are other explanations talking about Al-Qadr, the power, or the night of power, but I want to focus today on the meaning of Laylat Al-Qadr, the night of status. What does the night of status mean? The chance for you to elevate your status. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevated the status of our ummah by giving us this special night. The night that's khayrun min alfi shahr. It's a very special gift and very special status to Ummat al-Islam to have this night. And by you taking advantage of it and making the best of it, you're definitely, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, elevating your status and getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Throughout Ramadan, you have practiced the real discipline and willpower. You have changed your body by changing your eating habits and eating healthy, and fasting to cleanse your body. You have practiced the true meaning of taqwa that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu wa ardah described haqq al-taqwa, the real taqwa, by telling us, ittaqu Allah haqqa tuqatih, practice taqwa, be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we said that taqwa is the protection and the shield that you build around you to protect you from anything harmful. This is taqwa. Ittaqu Allah haqqa tuqatih, be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to build your protection from everything harmful. How do we achieve it? أن يطاع الله فلا يعصى. To obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and never disobey Him. Imagine you being in a state where you never disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Definitely not easy. وَأَن يُذْكَرَ فَلَا يُنْسَى, and to continuously remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and never forget Him for a split of a second. Definitely not easy. وَأَن يُشْكَرَ فَلَا يُكْفَرْ, and you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by your tongue and by your action, and not do anything that will go against thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make you an unthankful person. It's definitely not easy. But with the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will realize that this is doable in Ramadan while fasting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you a chance to achieve haqq al-taqwa. Look at the elevation. Now we're talking about elevating your status, right? So starting with Ramadan, from the first day you stop eating, you start doing more salah, you start doing more dhikr, you start doing a lot of things, and then you're reaching haqq al-taqwa. You're reaching a status where أن يعبد الله فلا يعصى. And inshaAllah, during fasting, you're very alert and very aware. In Ramadan, if you're fasting, so you're aware and you're alert, then you're not going to commit sins because you're fasting. You don't want to spoil your fast. So people are usually aware. A mistake is a mistake, we're not going to talk about it. But even mistakes is difficult to happen in Ramadan because you're physically and mentally and spiritually, I don't think anybody forgets that they're fasting in Ramadan. because your stomach will never let you forget. You're always aware that you're fasting, right? So by being in that continuous state of readiness, you're always in a state of ta'ah, inshallah, in Ramadan. Also, you're always in a state of remembrance. You always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because you're remembering that you're fasting. You're remembering a ibadah, which is siyam. That means you're not forgetting al-ma'bud, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in a state of continuous state of ibadah throughout your fasting, your day, till sunset, you're continuous. In that period, you taste the beauty of being at a level of status of haqq al-tuqa, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَأَنْ يُشْكَرَ فَلَا يُكْفَرْ, and you're always thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you understand, and this is the importance of knowledge here, you understand that your fasting is so beneficial to you. You're understanding that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you this gift of siyam. You're benefiting at all levels. You're benefiting in your physical body, you're benefiting in your soul, you're benefiting in your mind, you're benefiting in everything. Once you realize that this is all a gift, you will be in a continuous state of gratitude and thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this great gift. So you're raising, as you move through Ramadan, you're elevating your status to have this great haqq al-taqwa, great taqwa, level of taqwa, level of being mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being protected against sins, against anything harmful by practicing and by doing your siyam. And then at the end of Ramadan, what do we reach? We reach, and as Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, it's anywhere in the last 10 days of Ramadan, Laylat Alqadr, the night of status, as if you have reached the highest elevation, spiritual growth and development. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه وأرضاه قال لما حضر رمضان قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قد جاءكم رمضان شهر مبارك افترض الله عليكم صيامه وتفتح فيه أبواب الجنة وتغلق فيه أبواب الجحيم وتغل فيه الشياطين فيه ليلة خير من 1000 شهر من حرم خيرها فقد حرم. Rasulullah telling us at the beginning of Ramadan, Ramadan came, Ramadan arrived. And this blessed month, it's a blessed month where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written upon you to fast in it, and in it the gates of heaven will open and the gates of hell will close, and in it shayateen will be chained. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also help you by putting aside the waswas, shaitan al-rajim, the challenges, to help you grow. So He's taken away some of the challenges that you have no control over to help you develop and grow. In it, there is Layla khayrun min 1000 shahr, a night that's better than 1,000 nights. If you, and listen to this and listen well, if you miss the khayr in this night, you have missed a lot. So we don't want to miss the khair in it. How do we miss the khair in it? If we're not practicing the development and the discipline and the change and the transformation throughout the 20 nights or 25 nights or 26 nights in Ramadan, if we don't train ourselves, we're not going to be able to take advantage of Laylatul Qadr. So Allah's given you subhanahu wa ta'ala a chance to develop so you can get the best benefit out of Laylat al-Qadr. In the following hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, من قام ليلة القدر إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. If on Laylat al-Qadr you stay overnight praying, doing dhikr, reading Quran, knowing in your heart that, oh Allah, I've done my best, I'm right here, and I'm seeking your help, your forgiveness, and your blessings, غُفِرَ لَهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِهِ, all your past sins will be forgiven. This is how great and bountiful this night from a great Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, granting us His mercy and blessings and giving us a chance to reset our life. It's a real chance to reset your life, to come out of it clean and sinless. So if you don't take advantage of it, you have lost a lot. عن عائشة رضي الله عنها وأرضاها كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا دخل العشر شد مئزره وأحيا ليله وأيقظ أهله. أمنا عائشة رضي الله عنها told us that Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, in the last 10 days of Ramadan, in an effort to seek Laylatul Qadr, he was very active. He would be ready, shadda mi'zara, a form of being ready. So you're always in a state of readiness. وَأَحْيَا لَيْلَةً, and he doesn't sleep at night, with the ibadat, with the ta'at, with the Quran, with the qiyam, with the salah. وَأَيْقَظَ أَهْلَهُ, not only him, and he made sure that his family are with him in Laylatul Qadr in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. Make sure you're energetic, you're ready, you're serious about reaping the benefits of Laylatul Qadr, following the footsteps of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يجتهد في العشر الأواخر ما لا يجتهد في غيره. He used to be very energetic in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, more than the rest of Ramadan, as narrated in the hadith as well by Ummuna Aisha radiallahu anha wa ardaha. And we all know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about Laylatul Qadr. إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ سَلَامٌ هِيَ حَتَّى مَطْلَعِ الْفَجْرِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevated the status of this night, made it a very, very special night and a very special gift to Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Don't be a loser and not take advantage of this night and not accept the gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. In this night, why is it so special? Because the Quran al-Kareem was revealed. Al-Quran al-Kareem was revealed in this night, our huda, our guidance. Huda lin-nas, for all humanity, especially for sure the ones that follow it. It was revealed, the last word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the last revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was revealed in that night. تتنزل الملائكة في هذه الليلة والروح. In this night, again, part of the special status of this night, what happens in this night? تتنزل الملائكة والروح, أي جبريل عليه السلام, ينزلون من كثرة الرحمة وكثرة البركات. The angels with Jibreel alayhi salam, a special convoy, a special delegation descends upon us in Laylatul Qadr. Can you imagine? You're up praying and you're up energetic and determined to make the best out of this night, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends you a special delegation to greet you. Al-Malaika al-Kiram and Jibreel alayhi salam. Jibreel alayhi salam, after the end of al-Wahi, never came and never comes down to earth except in Laylatul Qadr. Imagine how special this night is. Every year in Laylatul Qadr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends this noble delegation headed by Jibreel alayhi salam. For whom? For those that are ready to accept this honor and this status. Can you imagine being fi hadrat al-malaika wa hadrat Jibreel alayhi salam? Can you imagine being in this night and these noble malaika al-kiram surrounding you, and Jibreel alayhi salam himself that came down with the Holy Quran, he's coming down in Laylatul Qadr to honor you, ya mu'min, who wants to take advantage of Laylatul Qadr. Now we see that Laylatul Qadr is a night of very, very elevated and high status, night of the revelation of the Holy Quran, night of the very special noble delegation of al-Malaika with Sayyidina Jibreel coming down to greet you, night where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will set special gifts for those that are up to take advantage of it. Make sure you don't lose it. Make sure you don't waste it. Make sure you're not up doing something that you're not supposed to do. Make sure you're ready, you're rested, you're energetic, so you can take the best advantage of Laylatul Qadr. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala an yuballighana Laylatul Qadr. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our siyam and our qiyam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the power and the energy and the patience to make the best out of this Ramadan, to help us transform ourselves, to be better versions of ourselves, to reach a high status of iman. This is what we're seeking, and high status of a closeness and degree of closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma ameen, Allahumma ameen, Allahumma ameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.